Guys, I'm getting tired of watching YouTube videos. And I know that sounds crazy because I'm on YouTube. I'm posting a video. But I've been watching all of these videos about optimizing your thumbnails and how to speak and what clips to focus on, and you got to get the hook, and you got to do this and you got to do that. And I think a lot of it is good advice, but I'm so tired of watching it. And you see the videos where it's like, do this, you'll succeed. Don't give up, just start. And that's all great advice, and I love that, and I like those people that are saying it. I think they know what they're talking about. I'm not saying that, but I feel like it's gotten to the point where it's kind of just taking up way too much of my time, right? Like, I'm watching this, I'm watching that, and then if you guys are like me and you're also small creators, you are looking at analytics, you're analyzing videos, you're checking it probably way too often, and you're like, what's going on? And it's like, maybe it's my thumbnail, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe it's my voice, maybe it's the games I'm playing, maybe it's my niche. And it's like, did I say that right? Niche? I think it's niche. Anyway. But if you're like me, I'm about to die. But if you're like me, it's like, man, I'm so tired of watching these videos. And then you get the videos where it's like, I think they're just trying to get clicks. I don't know. But it's like, don't upload. Don't be consistent. Don't do this. Don't do that. And it's like, wait. All these videos just told me to do that. Now this guy's telling me not to do any of that. And I don't know if that's just for the clicks. I mean, I guess they have a point in some of those videos too. I don't know. But I've gotten to the point where it's like, I know I like making YouTube videos. I know I like playing games, showing off games, talking to you guys. I like all of that. But now it's like, I don't want to optimize stuff anymore. Does that make sense? I don't want to like test this or test that. I know I'm getting better. I think just uploading, being consistent, you know, is a good thing. And you're going to get better the more you do it, right? But I'm just kind of getting tired of like optimizing and analyzing every little thing. And it's like, that's kind of the part for me where it's like, I'm not enjoying that process anymore. So like on my other channel, I cover a lot of indie games. We focus on exploration, virtual worlds, collecting loot, all the fun stuff. But again, with a focus on indie games, right? I want to see indie games succeed. I like where indie games are going. I think indie games are kind of the future for us. If you're like me, you're getting burnout on a lot of AAA titles that just shove, you know, microtransactions in our face and battle passes and all that, and you're just tired of it. So it's just refreshing sometimes to find an indie game that, you know, you paid $15 for, right? Something like Stardew Valley or something like that. And you just sink so many hours into it, so much time into it. And you're like, this game is great. This is like, this person who made this game loved making this game. You can see the love in the game. Where a lot of AAA stuff is like just rushed out the door and they just try to squeeze money out of us, right? So that's nothing new to you guys. But the whole point of my other channel is to try to focus on, you know, those indie developers and what they're trying to do. And I appreciate what they're trying to do. So I wanted to spread some of their games, give them some exposure, and help them out. So that's kind of my point of the other channel. Anyway, to do that, I've been watching these videos just trying to, like, you know, figure out the algorithm, figure out, you know, how to get people to watch stuff and whatever. And while I enjoy making these videos, I don't know if I enjoy just optimizing everything. It's kind of, it's getting old. It's getting, and I know these guys know what they're talking about. I don't doubt that. I think a lot of them are giving really good advice, and it's like, if my goal was to go viral or make this my income, make this my full-time job, whatever, then, you know, that's probably worth chasing. It's probably worth doing. And while I've been doing that for a while, I've kind of come to the conclusion that I don't want to keep analyzing every little thing and watch these videos and say, okay, he said do this, now he said do that. And then you got things like vidIQ that say, oh, this is trending, make a video on this. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's so exhausting. And it's my fault because I'm chasing that stuff. And if you guys are chasing that stuff too and you're exhausted, I guess all I want to say is, like, you know, just focus on the journey. Just do this because it's fun for you. You know, my channel's only like a couple months old at this point, so I'm still really, really new to all this stuff. But the cool thing is, I've already had indie developers reach out to me and say, hey, you know, would you want to make some videos on my games? You know, here's a key. Would you like to make a video on this for me? I'd love to, you know, see some of your content, which is awesome, which is like a huge thing for me because that's kind of where I was going originally with all this. I wanted to help indie devs, and I wanted to, you know, make videos and review games and things like that. And the fact that I've heard from indie devs and they've been reaching out is awesome, right? And, you know, you can go to my other channel. I'll link it in the description below, but, you know, if you go to my other channel, I don't get a ton of views. Shorts are doing pretty well. Long form, not as great. But some of the comments that have been the coolest have been from a couple devs that are like, hey, this is my game, thanks for covering it. You know, or I've had devs email me and say, hey, here's a key to my game, would you play it on your channel? And I'm like, yes, I would love to do that. And that's awesome. All right, sorry for the hard cut. I have dogs. They started barking. I told them I was gonna record. They didn't really listen to me. You guys can probably relate to that, you guys that have dogs and try to make videos. Anyway, as I was saying, the journey is something that I am now choosing to focus on. Not the end goal, but the journey. Because I do enjoy making these videos and I want to keep doing it. But guys, I don't want to check my analytics all the time. And I don't want to, like, try to optimize everything. It's exhausting. It's tiring. And it's burning me out. And maybe some of you guys can relate. Maybe it's burning you out too. I don't think it's the way to go about it. I don't mean to say I don't care if any of my content or my channels are not successful. I do want that, and I am listening to stuff, but, like, I can't keep watching videos, you know, telling me how to do this or do that. It's wearing me out. And I think I just need to find my why. I mean, I know my why. I think I need to focus on my why. And like I said earlier, my why is helping indie devs and just getting word out about some cool games that people otherwise might not have known about, right? So, you know, if you make educational videos, your why might be to help somebody learn how to do something or make them aware of something else or whatever, right? Like, I feel like you got to find your why, and you have to celebrate those small wins. Like when someone comments and says, hey, this really helped me out, thanks a lot. That's a huge win. That's great. Are you monetized yet? Probably not, maybe not, if you're like me, but somebody found value from something that you put out there, and that's pretty awesome if you think about it. I think a lot of times we're just chasing numbers, we're chasing subs, you know, we're chasing views. Oh, I gotta go viral, I gotta go viral, I gotta get, you know, 1 million views. No, you don't. Is that gonna happen? Maybe. If it does, like, that's super cool, like, awesome, that would be great. But, you know, just focus on your why. Like, why are you doing it? Do you enjoy it, or are you just trying to, like, do the passive income thing, like I said, which is great, but, like, are you enjoying what you're doing? You know, are you bringing value to somebody? You know, it's stuff like that I think that we need to focus on. So, you know, like I said, I'm just I'm just putting my thoughts out here. This is kind of like, for me, if somebody else gets something out of this or somebody views this and it helps them, like, awesome, you know. But this is kind of like journaling for me, I guess. I guess it's already a thing. Vlogging, right? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I'm just talking and playing games and putting some stuff out there, getting my thoughts out of my head. Anyway, I'm focusing on just a couple days a week where I will check the analytics stuff. I'm not going to check it every day because it's just bogging me down. I'm not going to keep watching these optimization videos and, you know, do this, do that. Like, I'm just getting tired of it. So whole point of this video, guys, just focus on the journey. Just do what's fun for you. Enjoy making the videos, keep getting better, you know, all that. But like I said, celebrate the small wins. If someone sees your video and they love it or help them or whatever, like, that's a win, guys. Celebrate those wins, you know, because those are awesome. Those are great. And that's going to get you to keep doing it rather than just always chasing the money or the views or whatever, right? That's going to lead to burnout. And I'm already starting to feel a little bit, which is why I know that I need to just back off of it. So that's it today, guys. You're all great. I love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Small creators, keep making your videos. Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy the process. Celebrate the small wins. Guys, I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.